All right, good morning and welcome to today's episode on Towards Building Digital Portfolio. This is Monimatical Equation Series, powered by PBX Club, Plan B Express. So I'm going to be sharing my page right now, take you through some field stuff, and of course, give you update again on our activities. And we've spelled out a whole lot of things. All right. Now, if you're joining us for this first time, this class is exceptional class. What we do here is enlightenment and, of course, exposing you to some of our existing business portfolios and opportunity that you can leverage on and build your own portfolio. Yes, and build your own portfolio. This is very crucial. Um, what are we doing? We're leveraging on AIs to build portfolio. And portfolio in what? In the financial market. I've done explanations about the financial market, and summary of it is just like this. Let me go. I was showing us the other day. So let's quickly check something before continuing this way. Let me show, right? Let's check something very quickly. Now, I told us the other day that the movement of the market, especially on the crypto, is just based on some macro information, okay? Some macro data. And so people actually thought it's by power, not by power, not by mind. So you have to have revelation. Aha, that reminds me of something quickly I want to say. A guy was giving analysis or information about a young boy, a young boy who was standing by an old man the old man was waiting for a vehicle, a bus, and he was at the bus station. So, and he stood at the bus station. Okay, so look at the inflow. Okay, the inflow yesterday added up to an extent. So that means the market may just pull back and continue to buy. So we're still bullish. Okay, so the young boy, right, got to the bus station and was by the side of the old man. Now, while he was by the side of the old man, at a point the young boy left the old man. Okay, he left the old man, and what did he do? He moved to another place, and the old man looked at him and said, "No, young boy, the bus does not the bus stop here, so you should come back to where I am." Okay, so that the bus stop here, you should come back to where I am. And the boy said, "No, sir, I'm okay where I am." Okay. All right. So the man said, "No, where you are, bus don't stop there, but bus stop here." The boy said, "Okay, thank you, but I'm okay where I am." All right. You're going to see some dichotomy. So what I want to tell you is that when you start a journey, a lot of persons are going to tell you so many things, the possibility and the impossibility. I like you to know because what we are doing here is intentional, please. Now, so they are going to tell you genuine thing, right? Now, some might going to tell you out of ingenuity. Some are telling you out of genuineness and their experience. You have to understand this. Their experience, people say experience is the best teacher. Sometimes it's not good to experience certain thing before you can learn it. Don't ever you pray to experience. God forbid, must you test death before knowing how to avoid death? For God's sake, they said the policeman that coconut was broken on his head, don't take plate number. So how will you now test death before and say, I have the best experience? The best teacher is revelation. And so the young boy stood, and the man said, "Hey, bus isn't going to stop where you are." He said, "Thank you. I'm comfortable being here." The man said, "For the past 30 years, we have been taking bus here. I go to work and I stand here. This is the place, bus stop, and pick us. I just want to assist you." Now, the boy said, "Thank you." Now, I normally say something time without number. I said, don't become victim of someone's ideology. Don't become victim of someone's, um, you know, ignorance. And so the boy left and the boss came. As the boss came, this time around, this day, the boss decided not to stop at the bus station, pass the old man, and move straight to where the boy was. And the boy was entering, and I beckoned at the old man to hurry up and come in. And the old man said, "What? This is mysterious. This has never happened." And the young boy told the old man, say, "Hey, old man, the driver of the bus, the driver of this bus is my father." "What?" So he called me and told me where I should stand, where he's going to stop. That was how I stayed here. Now, this is the same thing. Those of us, if you have God as your father, he reveals things to you. So, and you act on those revelation. I'm not trying to create church here. I'm just telling you about God. Our creator, everybody have his God. So I believe in the living God. And so revelation is the best teacher. Now, the father have told him where he's going to stop. Mhm. And that was how the boy went to that place straight up and stood. So there was no rigmaroling to anywhere. The boy was there and was waiting till the boss came. Have you seen something? Now, this is the issue. You need to have revelation. Yeah. When you are studying, if you have revelation, it will help you more, right? That than just guessing and all of that. Or when somebody's telling you, "I can tell you categorically," that's not true. Don't become victim of someone's ideology. Work on yourself and build up yourself. Um, I share one thing in the morning if you're on the group, and I will read it, and I have to write a piece two below it. Now, I will read it out. However, if to say I have time, I will print it. In 2017, in 2017, okay, I can bring it up. Let me just bring it up so that you learn. We can learn together. And so while you are building your digital portfolio, you have to concentrate and focus on yourself, not one hearsay from anybody. Okay? Very, very important. I've said this time without number. People do what they want to do. They hear what they want to hear. They see what they want to see. All right? So they do what they want to do. They hear what they want to hear. And they see what they want to see. So you that don't know what you want to see, we still be battling. But the reality is that people get to see what they want to see. No matter what you're trying to explain and tell them, they will not listen to what you are saying because they have an idea and a mindset before um, all those things you are saying. So they aren't ready for what you are saying. So what is the best thing? Face yourself. I'm not saying you should become selfish to the extent that good things are happening and you refuse to give to your neighbor. No. Continue to build yourself and don't explain your reason to anybody. Be intentional about what you are doing and forget about the affirmation and confirmation from anybody. Now, let me share this thing with us so we'll read it together. So we continue in our portfolio and see what you have missed just because you believe in somebody who was saying something and you believe that it's an authority. Okay. Okay. Now, everybody, can you see my screen? I want us to unmute and let's go in chorus. Can you see my screen, everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. Now, can we go together
you can
from the
see.
top? We will stop before 2026, okay? Okay, so from the top, what you can see, I want us to read in chorus. Then before you get to 2026, stop. The phrase before 2026 will stop. So 1, 2, go. Can we read? 2017.
The real value of
Bitcoin
Zero
minus
dollars.
zero.
Morgan
Morgan Stanley, right?
Yeah.
Now, as at 2017, either intentional or unintentional, maybe he have understanding, but because maybe he has missed from the price when the price of Bitcoin or in 2009 was 0.0001, where $20 will have bought you 200,000 Bitcoin. And now 200,000 Bitcoin is several billions of dollars. Now, so maybe he's saying it out of that because there's what we call power. So they have certain economic power in their worth. And so whatever thing they say has influence of the market. So if you're saying it out of that, it's still a problem for we that don't have the mind of our own. So he said it to mock Bitcoin. This is rubbish. Nah, la, la, la. Secondly, he could be saying it out of ignorance. Irrespective of whatever he's saying about it, irrespective, either intentional or ignorantly, if you fall for his ideology, you will regret it today. Oh, yeah. It's better you are not even aware. It is better not to be aware than to be aware and not be informed. So look at what he said. Now, let us now go to 2026. You probably may not read the backdrop, or we can still read the backdrop because we can see it to an extent and see this group, then to the finish. So let's start from 2026 as I count 1, 2, go. Then we will start. 1, 2, go. 2026. Morgan Stanley Investment Management. Morgan Stanley's Bitcoin ETF is its most successful launch ever. That is somebody returned to his vomit. Now, between 2017, now let me tell you, the price of Bitcoin in 2017, especially in January, was 900 naira, $900. It was moving from 900 to 1,100 in January. In 2016, the price of Bitcoin from January to December 2016, the price was moving from 150 to 400 until towards the end of the year in 2016, the price went to 700. If not, Bitcoin literally was 150, 200, and it's still at 200 for a longer period of that month. Now, but in 2017, January, the price of Bitcoin was 900, 1,000, 1,001. But that same 2017, December, after all the media attack, JP Morgan, now these ones, so there are some even information or messages that we couldn't get from some persons. There's this one, a very powerful investors who said, Bitcoin, we go to zero. Bitcoin, we go to zero. It was saying it emphatically. And I know a lot of people who were mocking, this nonsense, it's rubbish. Bitcoin is not it's a fake thing and all of that. I'm arriving somewhere so that there are things you have missed in crypto, but I used to go to miss it in the AI evolution and before the explosion. It's already explosives anyhow, but there are sectors that is just coming into that are not obvious, and many wouldn't see it. So they talk about a lot of things. Now, what do you think? A lot to be victim of what he said. Do you think these same people, this same man, the lead of Morgan Stanley, do you think he will go back? Of course, he wouldn't even know who was a victim of that, let alone to humble himself and go back. I'm sorry I misled you people in 2017. what has changed between 2017 to 2026. Now, Morgan Stanley have all what it takes to still meet up and get his own share. You that miss it when it was still a tortoise, when it was still soft, what will you do now? Now it's now turned to dry fish. Now, at that time, you could buy at 1,001, even if you cannot buy a full one. But right now, the same people have now make it an ETF. And the same Bitcoin ETF, what it means is that Bitcoin is now a shares, a stock in the New York Stock Exchange. So what has changed? Now, what has changed is that it has evolved more and become clearer. In the West, they say, Oti Dokuni. Now it has turned to be a man. When he used to be a child, now he's a man. Can you hold him now? It's becoming more difficult. This is how it is when it comes to creativity. We said creativity bring about curiosity and questions. And creativity sometimes are seen as a rebellious attitude. It's destructive in nature, and a lot of persons wouldn't like it because it will challenge the testosterone. So everybody will be like, "Well, who are you? Do you know when we have been born?" It's not about that, sir. It's about revelation. Certain thing come. It broke the norms. And this is the thing. So most time when I tell people, I remember many years back, I told somebody, I say, my first target in anything is not to build house. But conventionally speaking, you get to your village, they will tell you, you don't have roof over yourself. I will ask many of them and say, did I stay inside bush? And even if I'm inside bush, even if it's hot, I make, it's a roof. So what's your problem? Because we become victim of someone's ideology. I listened to another man, I think one Yoruba man, I don't know what his name, I've forgotten, on social media. I'm not saying we should copy his idea. The man was the one, and people now have taken their children to that same man. Maybe some of us have watched it. He said none of his child went to primary or secondary school. They only went to the university. How? He said he gave them self-education from home. So people now start copying and taking their, they say, so why? He said, no, he was not looking for population. He was only looking for value orientation. I'm sure most of us, if you watch on the social media, yes, thank you very much. He said he did not send any of his child. Primary and secondary education was from home. Now, and in those level, those time when we used to study some educational content, yeah, yes, and they call him, you are very stupid, you are a mad person. And there's what we call apprenticeship system in education, even before the white man came. And what they said was that how they take you to blacksmiths to go and learn raw direct. And the whole formal education came just for literacy, to be able to read in another man language and write. So when the whole environment was agrarians and more community-based mutual activities, so there wasn't anything that necessary to speak any English because we are still very organic, right? Yes. So this is this. So when it comes to creativity, especially that come with inspiration and revelation, they are always heavily challenged. What I'm telling us now, I've been emphasizing on personal economy for many years, social capital, and building your own personal economy for a very long time. It looks so stupid. Talking about crypto, talking about online, there was a time they call it fraud, all manner of things, and so many things. So now, what are we now saying? To an extent, many of us have missed chunks of what we are supposed to be intentional about. So if at this time you are not intentional, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. So you got to be intentional right now so that you can build you are late. That's the truth. So there's a sense of urgency that you must wear now. You just need to be intentional right now. Mhm. Highly intentional. I share with us some performance of some stock of how long they have done. And look at it. These are ETFs, right? Just to show an example of their performance over the years. Weekly, daily, these are ETFs on technology. Now, I've been explaining what ETF was, just like a derivatives of the price of a particular, this. So you are buying into some ETFs and all of that. That we talked about. Now, I have told you, please, next month, beginning of next month, even if it's, I think you can start as minimum as 5,000 naira. I don't know how much, but be intentional about it. Just look for little amount of money, all right? Just look for little amount of money, right? Even if it's just 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira or 50,000 naira. Be intentional about it, just for experimental purpose. And I've given you guys a link for Mary Trade and different brokers that we use, True Finance, but Mary Trade is what I recommend more because of the ETFs and call it for me, the ETF and then the bonds and other things that you could do. Exactly, local bond if you're a Nigerian, all right, the federal government bond. Now, many don't understand, but it takes a man to understand building wealth that will appreciate it. So if you look at how people appreciate putting money in money market, is because their money has stayed in their bank account for more than 10 years before, and they could notice the difference, right? That the money they are making there is nothing compared to what they're supposed to be making. And that's why they appreciate mutual fund, appreciate treasury bill, and appreciate the government bond. And you can now see why when we tell you about building your portfolio, digital portfolio, especially in the crypto, in the stock, and in automation, because that's AI portfolio. We have shared with many of us, yesterday I shared with us, of the strategy of AI tech in partnership with tag market, that the tag market innovation was condemned. People were shouting. I'm not going to be surprised after some time. So you people should not panic, but I will say it so that if it happens, you can call me. I'm not prophesying, but I'm not going to be surprised when time comes. Different brokers, especially in the third world, will attack tag market. Not the normal attack of like they wrote a lot of nonsense. You can't withdraw, and support will not chat with you. They delete people's account. I have somebody too who passed his get leverage prop firm. Now I told him, he may be listening to me now. When he came and I told him, hey, I said I've been moved not to even. I'm not any longer to teach anybody forex trading with demo. I don't like it. So, and I say, I found the best option. He said, what's the best option? I said, the best option I found to teach anybody forex is that he need to apply for prop firm. And I said, do you know why? He said, no. I said, no. Because innovation are coming. That prop firm now saw that it's becoming more difficult for people to afford to be buying prop firm in and out every day, every now and then, and they're unable to pass. That you even pass does not mean that you get to a level where you'll be able to make withdrawal. So that we can imagine now somebody who have been buying like $50,000 challenge account, let's say Funded Next or anyone, and to pass, he finished level 1, he couldn't finish level 2. So if he's going to buy $50,000 challenge account, let's be very raw so that you understand, investment is having articulated knowledge and understanding, not necessarily know too many, having insight and understanding. So let me use an example of any prop firm, for instance. Now, I'm sure I'm speaking to some of us. I'm not saying prop firm are bad, but I'm trying to let you know something. Now, imagine, all right, imagine for somebody who started a challenge. Let's look at it. He has been spending money, right, to buy challenge account. So in buying challenge account, let's say $50,000 challenge account. If you buy level 2, 2 levels layer, he spent 299, that's a $300. If there's small charges on it, fine. So he buys 50,000 challenge account, spend $300 to buy it. Let's say if he's going to buy it on, let's say, 10 trade. So I'm just being raw for you to understand something and help yourself and detach yourself from people talking yalla 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 and all of that. So let's say he's going to buy from this. So now that means if he's going to buy from here, challenge account of $90,000, he's going to spend $439. Okay, if he's going to buy challenge account of $30,000, he's going to spend about $280. Now, he need to pass 10%. All right, he need to do 10% of that account. All right, so if it's so 10% of $30,000 will be how much? $3,000. Yeah. So now in the process, he messed up with the account because the drawdown, the daily drawdown is 6%. And the overall is 7%. So 6% of $30,000 will be how much? So I'm just being practical with also that when we're telling you some things, you relax and take it one step at a time. So 6%, that's 0.06 multiplied by $30,000. $1,800 is his daily drawdown. Overall drawdowns will be $2,100. In no distant time, he hit 2,000 daily drawdown. The account is gone. Cumulatively, he hit 2,100. The account is gone. That means 280 is gone. He buy another one. As he buys another one, he has done this about 3, 4, 5 times. No success. Finally, again, he got another money and got to and pass to a paid level. One silly mistake and all of that. He failed. Cumulatively, he had bought account up to 5 to 8 times and he has not succeeded. Now, he will be demoralized. So many things will come to his mind. Now, what now happened? So prop firm saw that, oh, there are so many challenges people are facing here. Now, people are getting tired. Can we do this? Okay, so now let's do this. Let's use an example, get leverage. There are many prop firm, good funded, so many of them. Now, a lot of platform that started, I think it was Atlas funded that started it, that I first heard of. So now, and I say, oh, good and fine. Instead of looking for $500, $1,000, $300, to buy, I remember telling people, I said, all you need on Atlas Fund is $10 to just pay after you pass, all right? After you pass, you now pay for the full. And I told everybody, I said, my essence of asking you to, guys, Atlas Access. I say my essence of telling people to go through this is the fact that, so look at it, Atlas Access. So my whole essence, please, I'm not asking you to go and do, I'm just using to teach us to understand something. That my whole essence of telling people to get it is this. If I get it, if I get this account, let's see, what account is it? No, not 400,000. So let's say 100,000. Okay, I think it's quite more expensive after you pass. So you have to consider some of those factors. They too are doing business. 50,000, you are spending 400 and something because they give you leverage. So it's a leverage, it's a win-win kind of a thing. So they now say, okay, you want what? Just use $10. Now I say, instead of demo account, go to this. Now, why am I saying this? The conditions they will give to you will be stronger than what I will tell you not to do. You will do it while I'm not there. But when the conditions are staring at you face to face, then you learn. You learn by force. You tell yourself, man, I don't need to mess up. I need to be really, really, really straight and then focus as much as possible. You get that? So if that is the case, so what do I need to do? Now, if I pass, it become more rewarding. Now, but when they started, people were laughing at them. That is innovation. Then people now able to now go ahead. So the same thing, what we now had on a platform called, uh, call it for me, call tag market, was that, hey, you know what? we're going to do this. And how do we go about it? We're going to allow people. Sorry, my trade is running very well. I hope he has. Okay. Oh, this is lovely. Love that. Okay. So now, if this is the case, we need to do something different. I'm arriving somewhere. So, and so that you build your confidence. If you are telling somebody now, man, I'm trying to really diversify my portfolio on the digital space to work more on my digital portfolio, they are going to tell you a lot of nasty things. Internet that is not reliable, they can collapse one day. Internet can mess you up one day and all of that. Now, they fail to understand that you are not just investing randomly on Ponzi scheme, pay me percentage of this. You are saying, I'm spreading my tentacles. If I'm trading, I make profit, I go and buy coin. If I'm trading, I make some profit, I go and do this. If I trade or whatever, that is what I call digital portfolio. I buy stock, I buy this, I just spread my tentacles. And I don't need have plenty money. I do not need that. All right. So for that, I'm building my portfolio. Somebody tell you that anything internet is not reliable, that it's better to do what you can see eyeball to eyeball. But what they have failed to understand is that the business they thought they are investing into and thought that the strife of that business happened on the eyeball to eyeball. You are wrong. Even the real estate, why are they hustling online? Just type anything online before you do anything. Advert about realtor, come on your dashboard. How many of them are moving from house to house, street to street, and tell you about landed property? Right now, so they have to do what we call land banking. I'm just trying to get you to know that you need to get ahead of many persons and be intentional. And so not about view of people. It's about you, it's about yourself. Now, I told people about how we have been diversifying. This is Bybit. If you don't have Bybit and you are in our community, go and have it. Go and create the account. How many of us know that everything you do in financial market is already available on Bybit? I've been using it for a very long time, but they kept innovating, adding more features. Anything you are thinking about in the financial market, maybe the only thing we have not seen Bybit do is synthetic. Although synthetic is not a core financial structure, it's an environment. That's why it's called synthetic, artificial, so algorithm differently. So talk about in today, whatever thing you want to do look at it. You have a lot of things, okay, on Bybit. You trade, look at trade fee. So these are stock. You trade stock. You buy gold as a unit, not as CFDs. You buy Nvidia, you buy all of this. Now, why do you think they bring it forward? They brought all of these things forward because they want people to be diversifying. In our boat, we have boat on what is it called? So look at boat here. Now, I just want you to learn and understand and settle down that I have boats that I can stage and trade with to be helping me, all right, to trade at interval, buying coin and rebalancing my trade. Many don't understand DCA, flexible saving, that's what we call it. Future combo, maintain an auto rebalancing portfolio, ideal for all market conditions. DCA, invest steadily and constantly, ideal for long-term growth. So if I come to create this type of boat now, I will just put it, if it's Bitcoin I want to face or selected number of coins, I will put my USDT and set how many times should it be buying. Okay, be buying for me every 2 weeks or be buying for me every week. I will set the price. I will set my money. And when do you think I should do this? This is fantastically done because it's going to be like a sport. It's better to be done when the bear market is about to return to bull market. Imagine that. You just DCA, then you just put an amount, it's auto running. You set it once and leave it. It continue to do that. It will just be buying every week. So sometimes you will buy market may be up, sometimes you buy market will be down at a very fantastic distance. No problem. By the time the bull run finishes, you will have seen that you bought at a highly discounted price, and then you see massive profit. You now sell. The same way you want to now use future to DCA, you can do it over and again. I'm just showing us what, instead of chasing saddle, people are jumping here and there, all in the name of what they have promised you. They show you, we are investors who invest your money for you. It's not true. Do it yourself, and you will enjoy it better than the hype people are giving to you. And that's why I encourage people, when I bring out all of this, I'm talking about investing, talking about buying shares, talking about this, is because of this. Look at it. If you look at the performance of this, I will never forget the first time I talk about Invida. Even though that price of Invida had gone up so massively that time, and the first time I talk of Invida was when the price was still about $54. But at that time, people bought it at $1. Look at Invida. 10 years ago, the person have done 22,000%. Just 5 years ago, you have done 1,000% plus. Just a year ago, you know it was up fluctuating. You just bought it 1 year ago, you do nothing, just kept it. You are earning your dividend, and you are seated on capital appreciation of 105%. That's what it means. See the Google, you know for many years. You bought it 1 year ago, you are seated on 123%. Now, these are the way we rebalance portfolios. Oh my word. Okay? All-time high of Invida is 462,755%. See Apple. All-time high is 212,000%. 200 okay? So these are reasons why we tell people, settle down, learn, understand opportunity beyond just noise. People talk this, intentionally build digital asset beyond just gallivanting here and there and all of this. Look at this advanced micro device. AI things, chips are going to be massively still manifesting. There are some AI chips I'm researching for now, though it's not going to be dropped on a general platform. It's going to be dropped on, PBS Club, because that is where you get access to that and all of that. But what's going to happen? So imagine these AI chips. Just even 1 week ago, 19%, 66,000% all-time high. Oh, can you see that? Okay. So just in 24 hours ago, he has done 6%. That was yesterday, before the market will open today. Nobody knows. Now, I'm just sharing all of this with us, that when you talk about building digital asset, it's not hype. It's not Ponzi scheme, come and invest. We have so thing and all of that. This is from all those projects. And this project is big. I've given most of us secret for a very long time. When a platform approach you, come and invest with us, we are minting coin. Those are nonsense we have been hearing. We are minting coin. We are producing coin. We are mining coin. No problem. Do they have their coin in the market? Yes. They will even tell you, go and buy the coin and bring it. See Bitcoin all-time high. That is when record can be captured. This is not the all-time high, but for record capturing. That means Bitcoin all-time high for record capturing has done 1, 2, 3, 10 billion%. I don't know the disruption we are still going to have access to that will do this. A month ago, 10% is seated. That's what it means. Upon all the things we're saying, Ethereum have not met it. BNB, all-time high, 549,000%. So BNB now have done even 10 years. I'm surprised. 549,000%. So people have this asset now. They are boasting because they invest early. The question you ask yourself now, which one have you invested in early? I'm not talking of those scams. Once cryptocurrency, any coin begin to over-associated with MLM, the chances that the end will not end well is very high. All right. Once a crypto project is deeply involving in MLM, noise about marketing, compensation plan, somebody is trying to introduce you to a project now. The first thing started with if you just bring one person, they will pay you 10% of that person money. Be careful. Why are you paying me the 10% of somebody's money? Where is that person money going to come out from? So if they have coin, the best for me, I will go to the market and buy and ride in your hype, because I know that this is just mere hype. It's not going to stay. It's not sustainable. Crypto-related MLM end up being in shambles. I'm speaking from experience. So if they bring anything, there are a lot of lies people are creating tokenization. I've been teaching tokenization for many years. And that makes us to fall victim of some funny Ponzi scheme because they talk about tokenization. There's a new project now, they are talking about tokenization. I'm not saying they are not real, but be careful. Think twice. If they have the coin in the market, buy their coin, hold it. So that when they are misbehaving, you sell it off. That's the best portfolio you can build. Not one platform. We are building a giant company now. No, I don't see them before. No, be today. It has been. So be careful. So you buy into the coin, hold it by yourself in your wallet. If you see that the coin is still viral, you can stake it in platform like Bybit or that decentralized platform through a wallet. And then once you stake it, when they start misbehaving, excuse me, take out your money, but you can do N. Look at it. If it's available on Bybit, you just take the coin there, stake it for flexible staking, and then allow it to be there. So when you discover that they are now misbehaving, they start talking nonsense and all of that. Just japa. Just remove it and go and relax. Tell yourself, hey, enough of this. Remove the money and go and sleep. Oh, is this red coin? I used to stake this red coin many years back, but I will check it. So look at it. These are staking. Though some of these coins here, they may be more risky, but of course, there's a way we do it. You want to learn more, we do that a lot, for you to understand. You do the staking. One is moving. If the price is dropping so much, remove it, sell it, and buy back again. That's the best portfolio you can build, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just sharing with you so that we have an understanding of what we are doing per time. Okay, so finally, ladies and gentlemen, you can see this is the total review today. So you can see now that innovations. And why do I brought this one up? I was just talking about our project on tag market. A lot start complaining, condemning. Yes, okay, read on container. My container is long time I've not logged into my container. Is it container or my container? I've forgotten the platform. I think it's my container, right? I pray Holy Ghost will remind me of my login detail, because they might have rebranded. I'll have to check it later, because I know I have so many coins there. I stake, I lock, and all of those things. No, so now, quickly, if you look at it, so now we said, learn how to be in charge. Anything you are doing in the financial market that you do not have control over, be very careful. Look at these guys. This is HFS, Hot Forex. Now, these guys, they are not new broker, so just get to know. This broker is over 20 years in the market. Yes, they're about 20 years in the market. They are big guys, so understand that. They run normal, brokerage firm, do everything and all of that. But now, oh God. Now they have now added what tag market started. Tag market 2024, 2025, 2020. This is just going to their 3 years. They are babies. But they came more destructive. Look at it. Now, these guys start introducing a lot of things. Okay, raw spread. All right. Just know that people, okay, will complain of something and all of that. Look at what they now have introduced as an account type. Hero 10X. Hero 10X account. 10X your trading capital. Open an account. Instant trading access. Withdraw profit 247. keep 100% profit. You can buy up to as high as 1 million. That means you can drop 100,000 to have $1 million account size. 10% static drawdown rule, which is like what's happening on tag market. Trade news, weekend holds, no lot size limit. You know, all of these things they mentioned here are things that are being set by, right, prop firms. Prop firm, you have to pass, you have to do this and all of that. Okay? So we are still saying they still add what? Zero commission account. Low spread starting at these pips, zero commission, expert advisors, yada, 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 leverage up to 1,005, $5 minimum deposit. You know, see, brokers are hustling. See, I told somebody, I say, the market is becoming more competitive. If you don't understand today. Now, but let me now shock you something that will amaze you. How many X is this? 10X. Okay. So let's look at tag market. Now, I'm sure it's tag market that first started this kind of activities. All right. I wish I could just come to not a login environment. I just want to go to the page. Go to the page now. Do I still even know the page? Okay, it's not supposed to have Porter. Just be www.tagmarket. Yes, something like this. Good. So now, look at what those guys did. So they now introduce what they call amplified account. When innovation come, just ask yourself deeper question. Don't even Felix, because if you ask Felix, if Felix is deeper, very deep into this platform, I'm likely going to give you a bias advice. My advice will be biased because I want to favor. Anyway, I'm not like that. I'll tell you raw. If you want to take it, take it. Who give it them? That's me. So I don't have time, and that's why I'm not. I teach to challenge you there. That's what I do. If it's motivation, I don't have that energy. All right. That's why if I lose money, I move. I don't even think back. So that's it. So now I'm not saying you should go and put your money in Ponzi scheme. Now look at what these guys did. I can't type, amplify. Okay. They show a lot of course, it's a normal broker now. You can create your account and all of that. See amplify. Now let me see. What do they mean by their own amplify? They say amplify your capital 12x. We've not had it before. We have a lot of platform claiming a lot of things. Then I say, okay, the benefits of a prop firm with none of the restriction experience the new generation of trading. Meaning that, okay, this is like our own prop firm segment, but we're not running like a conventional prop firm. How? Zero rules or restriction on how you should trade. 2, instant profit withdrawal. Keep 100%. 3, connected to real liquidity. That is not simulated account, not demo. Now, the other conditions that are there is this. Look at it. 10% drawdown rules is there. Trade free, no restriction. Okay? Now, you know the craziest thing? As you trade with the 12x, no restriction. That money you deposit, if you deposit $1,000, you have 12,000. If you deposit $100,000, you have 1.2 million. You would trade with this money, and your rule is 10%. 10% of 12,000 is 1,002. How much did you deposit? 1,000. Now, here is 10%. All right? It's 10x. If you put 1,000, you have 10,000. 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. That means don't lose your money. There's no addition there. Number 2, this 1,000 you deposit here, I'm not castigating, just for you to know that people now start copying tag market. So the money you deposit here, listen, that 1,000 you deposit here, that 10,000 you deposit here, that 100,000 you deposit here, you cannot withdraw it. It's like a fee in buying that liquidity. But this one say, no, now you are part of our community liquidity. 1,000 you deposit here, Because you apply for liquidity, it only need to stay for 30 days in the pool, inside that liquidity pool. If after 30 days you don't like what you see, you can remove your money. Number two, they now have what they call strategy. Oh, we know that not everybody have time to trade. Aolo told us that, hey, listen, either you are a pilot or you are not a pilot. Everybody can enter aircraft. So you must not be a pilot before entering the aircraft. So then that's okay. You can still copy experts on our platform. We have so many experts, but there are some experts that are more professional than other. Connect with them, even with your 10x, and be making money without necessarily know how to trade. So that means they have given me a solution for problem of liquidity, and they give me solution for problem of trading. If I don't know how to trade, it become a problem. No, connect your account and go to sleep. What do you now start having? You start having what we call sleeping allowance. Oh, while you are having sleeping allowance, do you know how to tell people that you are making money? Yes. Okay, tell them. They too want to have sleeping allowance. Then you too can be having another residual income. So they solve the problem all through. Watch and see what will happen. A time will come, I'll go to see some gang up of existing broker that will have been before tag market. I give kudos to Hot Forest, not to fight, but to say, oh boy, these guys have taken lead, let us join. I know over time they may remove that their own, not be able to withdraw the money. They may not increase their 10% because it depends on how many liquidity provider you have for you to be able to do that. So you can see innovations. These are things I actually want people to learn, that it's not about hard work, it's about smart work, understanding your terrain and work with it. So ladies and gentlemen, these are fantastic things, and that's why you see we're not joking. Additionally, I'm going to give us update of your Bybit with your trading view. All right. So if you have not subscribed for PBS Scanner, you are wrong. Go. Maybe because I don't like stress while I'm trading. I just like it simple and comfortable. Now, if you have not subscribed for the PBS Scanner, you are wrong. I will tell you why. Now, PBS Scanner, I discovered that, okay, in your Bybit, let's say you are trading Bitcoin and all of that. In your Bybit, I discovered that I can connect, all right? You hear me, right? I can connect my Bybit, right, to my trading view or other exchanges. So when I connect and analyze, I can establish trade from my trading view. So when I connect, I'm going to do a different video about that, so that when I just analyze, I see a trade, instead of get out there and go to my Bybit, I'll just go and make buy or sell. For instance, let's say I want to sell. If I click, I'm sure it's going to bring out good. Look at it. So I can connect to my exchange. All right. So look at TradingView paper or look at Bybit. So look at broker. Think market. This is so you can search for your broker. All right. And if your broker is not here, you can check. So I'm surprised. I'm seeing Deriv here. So that means they have created the API, but I'm not sure their instrument will be here. So see Binance. All right. So Bybit is doing very well. 4.8 is a star boy, right? I can check other brokers and exchange. Oh, CoinW says here. Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I can connect to my broker. So analyze this, and I will take my trade. I'm going to work on this and give us feedback and tell us. So you just one jump shop. All right. I think I connected my Bybit here, although the Bybit I connected is not the one that was verified. And then if I want to sell, look at it, for instance. So pop it up and show the managers and show us the interface. Look at it. Just to have money in my unified account. All right. So, and then look at trade. Right? Pop it up this way. Now, why I'm showing us all of this for you to understand. There's a market I was doing. Anyways, part of the sacrifice. Switch to symbol. So I just do all of those things, right? I'm going to do a different video. Then you can see I want to buy, I can put my, if it's market order, if it's limit order, then I'll just AI is something else. So if you are sleeping, I'm sorry, you are missing a lot. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was in this trade. I was supposed to close because I saw that the market was going to do some things I was buying. I sent a signal yesterday for sell of Bitcoin, and it has done a very fantastic profit already. This one today, I just make the scanner to go silent like this. And what did I do? So simple. Look at structure. So I think it's going to continue selling. Now I need to close my trade. Over $150 has dropped to $72. Although I think I've taken partial profit before. Yeah, I did. I did. I did. So let me just close it. Okay, so very quick one. This is very nice structure. Very nice structure. Let me show you why. So I have just 4 minutes to do that. If you have question, I've always told us, go to our group and ask. So I'm starting from here. Market is very easy, but we are complex. So this is a low. Even if I take from here, internal, this is a low, this is a high, this is a low. So even if I take from here like this, a low, a high, a low, a high, a low, a high, a low, a high, then internal low, then high. Can you see that? There another low because we have crossed here. There another high, then low. All right, so let's shift this down. Why did I enter buy? I bought in this morning. Is that because this is quick one? I'm just doing you simple analysis. If you don't understand structure, trading is done based on just three things. I call it three pillars of trading. One, where. Two, why. Three, when. Now, so for me to trade this market, I was looking for where will I enter this trade from. So that means I need to understand the structure of the market. This market shifted. So this is a high, the last high, and it came down. So if this last high, ordinarily, this is a high, this is a low. So ordinarily, there are things you will check here. The established low is this, but this is the dynamics that people do not understand. So this is an established low. So there are two things about this market now. If this is an established low, so we should have like this. So where? So this thing I do now is called where. Where am I going to trade this market? So if I'm looking for a buy, I should wait for the market here inside this place. So this is called where. Okay? So this is called where. So inside this place, so there are reference points I will equally want to check. So inside where, right, is the first question you must ask yourself. Where am I waiting for this market? All right, I'm waiting for it in a discount level if I'm buying. If I'm selling, I'm waiting for it at a premium, at expensive price, because you want to buy low and sell high. So it's the same thing. Now, that is the context first, the event that surround where should I stay? Where will I wait for you? Now, the next pillar is called now, why? So why? So is this whole area in Plan B Express, PBS Club, we refer to this place as AOF, area of focus. Somebody pay attention because I'm giving you a detailed training and simplify one. Area of focus. So if this is an area of focus, then what should I do? I should now look at why will I take this area of focus serious? Because number one, it's a discount level. Number two, I'm having fair value gap, which are institutional footprint, even down to this point. We refer to this as institutional footprint. Oh, if this is an institutional footprint, that means if I want to buy from here, I'll wait here. And if it didn't get here, I will not. So where and why is established. Now, when should I now buy is the next question. And that's the next pillar. But something that happened here. While I'm waiting for it here, something has happened here. The market went up and created a new high. And all of a sudden, instead of be coming down, it now got here, create another slope. So now, since it stopped here, I now start returning up. So that means ordinarily, if I even want to trade from this, I would do like this. From this high to this swing low to see where I could sell it from. So that means this place become another where. Now listen to me. You do this on higher time frame, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and all of that. Look at it. See what happened here. Since I'm convinced, or with higher probability, I need to close my gold because I think gold is pulling back again too, though I've taken partial profit on gold. So let me just close you because I'm not monitoring you. All right. So now let's go. Since I'm waiting for the market here, down here, I can as well sell from here down. That's the simple because it's a nice structure. So with that, when the market now came down here, I measured to see where I should wait for it as a premium. Now, that was why I wait here. Now, so another point is here. So in the market, what happened here is what they call shift, that the market have shifted. So if it's a shift, so that is MSS. That's what we refer to it. Market structure shift or change of character, meaning that the structure has changed. Here become a high, higher high. Here become a lower high, high but lower than this. Right? So that means the market ordinarily, if you were not, too much fervent to have entered here, the appropriate entry point for you will be somewhere here. Now, I'm taking my measurement called Fibonacci retracement, take it from this swing high to this swing low. Now, so since I take it from this swing high to this swing low to discover my where, so this is my where, a new where from this new point now. So this is your new where. Now, your new where here, why will I enter there? Oh, I will enter there because look at it. There's a huge fair value gap here. Huge one. Number two, this is an order block. So when the market return back here, I'm going to show you something now. So let's go. So that means when the market return here, are supposed to go down to a lower time frame and take the trade. So let's go to 15 minutes. You are going to see something magical. So the first where happened here. Can you see now? It's more clearer. The markets come, it created liquidity, it starts moving down. There are now, so this is why, where, and why. Now, when now come to lower time frame, 15 minutes. What I want to see candle pattern. I want to see maybe more lower time frame, another shift. These are now when. So you are now working with precision. If you now use our strategy, perhaps you still go down to 5 minutes because you want to see a very nice precision. This is a sign of weakness, right? The market going sideways, but it didn't give you a proper entry. Yeah, some will give you proper entry with the candle pattern and all of that. So, but let's look at it. When the market came here, it actually created a liquidity, right? Now, but after this liquidity, there's already a sell here. It move up again, maybe almost to take you out. So sell already occur here. Look at the sell here. Even here, sell already occur here. But if you take this sell, it's going to move you out. Now, we always say we want something to be created as a liquidity and at the same time, aggressive move in. But look at something. This is where your scanner now finishes the job. This is where your scanner finishes the job. Now, let's go. Let's enable the scanner. Fantastic. What do you see? Have you seen your scanner? I told you that this was already a sell too. This was already a sell, but I think it overtook. It now sweep the liquidity and give another sell. So this was not a powerful one, but at the end of the day, you have sold here or you sold here. Ordinarily, let me tell you something. You know, was an area of focus. Anywhere you take trade here, ordinarily, by standard of trading, your stop loss is supposed to be above here. Okay, have you seen that? Your stop loss is supposed to be above that area of focus because inside this area of focus is where you can take trade anywhere there. So, but now the area of focus you have taken trade anywhere here, your stop loss. So it presents another sell. It presents this one, you won't sell it. This one, you won't sell it. You are so stubborn, waiting. It must come to my area of focus. What if it left you behind? Let it go. The rule is that I must get inside your area of focus. Have you seen that? Trading is boring because you are obeying standard. Then at the end of the day, it was dragging you. Now, what gave me confidence to now wait? Remember, I was now waiting here again. This is another where the market was coming. It didn't get there. It didn't get there. Finally, this one was a lovely one. He rushed into it. He rushed into it and then give you a buy signal. So now let's go. So if it's not clear enough, you can still go down to 3 minutes. That's going to give you more clearer entry point. So having basic understanding of trading will help you to an extent. Go down to 1 minute, perhaps, because some trade can be very, 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 very dicey. Is that it here? Okay. So this is not the inside. I think the inside is here. Is that here? I think it should be here. Well, I wouldn't know, but I think it's here. So now this is a very fantastic entry point. And yours truly, you are in the market and enjoying your trade. Have you seen it now? This is how we trade. This is how we follow simple instruction, rules, and regulation. This one didn't get there properly. But this one, enter into it and give you a buy signal, entry here, and then 1:2 risk reward. That was the trade I took today. Here, look at it. Now, if you look at it, I was now looking for another kind of rejection. And where is that rejection? Maybe somewhere up here. So, but now if you look at it, it has not gotten there, perhaps. I think so, right? So this is how successfully we trade. Okay? This is how successfully we trade. So let me remove all of those jargon now. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, quite unfortunate because the market has done. I always tell people we want to trade, wake up in the morning. All right, wake up in the morning, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. You find good trade on gold. Then 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., you still find good trade on gold. Even this one, 5 a.m., you find good trade on this. Now, on NAS 100, US 30, you find good trade on them in the New York session around 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 2 p.m., and all of that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, any trade you are trading and you cannot identify your where, your why, and when, you are gambling. Stop gambling. Stop gambling. Do the waiting. Though the waiting is boring, but it's worth the waiting. It saves you from the emotional stress. It saves you from all of those things, guesswork. It saves you from, unnecessary heat over you because, hey, the market has moved. No, 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 no. You don't bother yourself. You just allow the trade to run. And then because you wait at the appropriate time. Many of you will see that what happened that I sold Bitcoin down yesterday. Now look at what happened. Bitcoin on a daily time frame, I've done this. Just like what I show you on this now. Now look at Bitcoin. On a daily time frame, Bitcoin, the old high of Bitcoin on a daily time frame. Let me remove all of these lines. So this is an established low, and this is an established high for Bitcoin. All right. So you understand a swing high and a swing low. Now, this is a break of structure on Bitcoin. Look at the break of structure externally. Okay. That's a break of structure externally on a daily time frame. So this is what we call top-down analysis. Now, this is a high, this is a low. So that means a swing point, swing to swing. So if it's a swing to swing, what did I do? Very simple. The market is going down. So you have said that the market is still going to go down because you have broken this low. That means the power of sell, became more tougher for the market. So what I do is to take my Fibonacci retracement from the top here to this down, which is a swing point to swing point. Now remember, I say if you want to look for sell, you are looking for sell at a discount, at a premium. So if I'm looking for sell at premium, okay, so that means what will happen is very simple. Looking for sell at premium, what we'll have is very simple. So look at it. Where is down like premium here? Anything from here to here to here is the premium. So when the market entered there, but this one was not too powerful for me. However, so now, since this is AOF, area of focus, then you now say, okay, this is my where. Now, if this is my where, you now ask, okay, why? Number one, why is this thing? Let me just use this line. Number one, why is this thing? Number one, why is this thing? All right. Is this thing? Okay. So that's number one, why. What is that there? It is called fair value gap, an imbalance why the market was moving. So it is expedient that the market was going to return back there and fill the book. So, but we still have upper level here, right? This point, another fair value gap to this point. And then this is an order flow. Okay. So here, have you seen why trading is easy but is difficult? Because how many of us have that patience to do all this thing I'm doing? It's very, very complex to do it. Number one, the know. Number two, the time. The patience it will take you to do this thing is very, very difficult. So that means the market is still very dicey because the market could have a move to fill up this and return back to this upper one, and at the same time tap into this other block. So that means it's dicey. Any trade I take, if you give me the profit, I collect it. However, when the market has moved that way, so why did I say sell yesterday? I sold yesterday, I've taken some profit and allowed the other trade to run. This is very simple. Why will I do that? I did that because up is still dicey, and then you don't want to form victim. So here we now say, okay, this is internal structure. The market moved from here and return back here. So look at the internal structure. You return back here, create a new high. Now, after the high, it creates a low. Look at the low here. So after this low, it move up and break. So this is an internal structure. So this one become what? Market structure shift. And then the market again change and break this high. So this is now break of structure. BOS. So now the break of structure, so what we expect is very simple. This is the low. So probably sometime the market could come and respect that. So when there's a shift after here, this is shift. You want the market to return back. So it created what do we call an engineer liquidity. This is a liquidity, internal liquidity. So it created an engineer liquidity. But this market structure shift. So it came down and then actually take into this other block. Sorry, it take into this other block and now move. So now with this, after this break of structure, because you now, ordinarily what you did was here. I'm sorry. What you did was here. Very simple, right? From here to this point to see your entry point as your area of focus. And it came there, you took the trade. Why? Because there's another block, and then when you go to lower time frame, it got rejected. Now, this that happened, the market move up. It came back and used as an internal liquidity, sweep it off and break a structure. So that means a new structure was broken here. So this is the challenge you may now have over time. Now, when you don't have a textbook structure, it's a big problem. So this is another break of structure. BOS. Now, so since we have a new break of structure, now it has tapped into this. Will it sell? Will it not sell? Then we have this. From this swing point to this swing point. So that means tentatively, if this market is going to come down, you are looking for it to come down to this region. So if I'm looking at this market to come down to this region, so this is a liquidity, come down to this region and buff to this area of focus. What am I going to look at there? Probably I see that's partially mitigated or looking at this other block to become area where the market should come and mitigate. No problem. This is a very simple thing I'm going to do. Very simple, right? I need to go to a lower time frame. So you can see why this is a rejection at the fair value gap. So what do? I go to 4 hours. Then I will now do my top-down analysis. So when I got to 4 hours, something was very simple here. Look at it. On my 4 hours yesterday, something was very simple here. Look at your scanner. Pam. And I say, when your scanner give you a signal in 4 hours, what do? We say, immediately give you signal 4 hours. Go to 15 minutes. So what I did was to go like this. I moved to 15 minutes straight down. Now, going to 15 minutes straight down, it gives the sell signal, but not as powerful as I always want, because I always want to minimize my stop loss. If not, the signal was powerful. I still stretched down to 3 minutes. In stretching down to 3 minutes, the signal was still very, very coherent. Look at the signal again. That was still another powerful signal. To get entry here, I still moved down to 3 minutes. So going down to 3 minutes, what again? The signal was still very powerful. Look at it. Tam. This is the entry. I still go down to 1 minute. Oh my goodness. These are the patience that we don't have. Powerful. Imagine 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, saying the same thing, not missing words. So that means the entry was now here, that yesterday at the close of this. For this one engulfed, the single candle engulfed, so that means the entry was supposed to be here. So stop loss can be up here, though still risky because the stop loss is supposed to be above the area of focus. But we are sniper entry traders, so taking this one. So what your first take profit will be here. So if I come back and go to 1 minute again, I could see another entry here. All this buy, I won't buy because my 4 hours says sell. So as you're looking for more sell opportunity, look at another sell opportunity. This buy is not even a good one, I won't buy. Another sell opportunity came up here. All right. So another sell opportunity here that was strong. Look at it here. Another one here. Look at it here. Okay. Another one here. Look at it here. So this move of VAM, that was a powerful one, but that's not my move. You get that now. So if you return back to 5 minutes and extended to, sorry about that. So you can see now going back to higher time frame, you have more confidence to stay in the market as it were. So moving back to 15 minutes. Can you see that? So this is how you trade. So scanner had helped you reduce the stress for you. You just know the fundamental basic. Look at 1:4 risk reward. Now, if you are holding such trade, you still hold it. Now, look at where I may hold this trade to. And I think I put a sign. I say daily. So if I do the 4 hours, the 4 hours may be somewhere here. maybe somewhere here. Why the daily is here? Will you ever come to this daily? Maybe yes, maybe not now. But if you come to that daily, that means you end up doing 1:15 risk reward. Now, if you go to the 4 hours, thing somewhere here, we'll do 1:7 or 8 risk reward. Now, if you have such trade, instead of looking for another trade, you just look for another additional position to enter when it come back and move up, come back and move up, come back and move up, and all of that massively. That's how the trade run. But impatience and lack of understanding is a big problem for us. Look at the way he rejected here, told us rejection. On 30 minutes, another rejection. Look at it. This is a resistance. It has rejected. So now, even if I come on 30 minutes, I was saying it when we started, this is a rejection here. I can put another positions and then ride it. By the time you take out this one now, you see that the trade continues to run. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a powerful training. If you pay attention, rewatch it again and again, and that's going to make a lot of sense. These are the advantage of like joining things early that you have upper hand. Now, so let's check those of us who are trading with our this. Maybe we have gotten a trade today. I will just log in and check that if there's a trade already on our. If there's none, there's no. It's not a call for alarm. There's no fight there. They
They
have
will
been
always
doing
deliver.
nice. Pardon?
They will always deliver.
I'm not hearing, sir.
I said they will always deliver.
Are you serious? Oh, they have been traded today already. Wow. This guy's madness is high. Oh. Can you imagine? So they have tested the water today. Are you serious? It's just similar to yesterday test of water. So $5,000 account is showing $26. $200 account is showing $1 as profit. Now let me show you because equity is the main job here. Now let me check account that start with 99,500 and it has compounded and moved to 600 and something. Now that account, just small trade on 5,000 that give $26.63. Now, on that account that's compounded from 99,500, it is $3,668. Just small one trade. You can see now while I'm talking, can see now I can do more humanitarian work. While I'm talking, trading is going on for me. That's massive. And now let me tell you, one of the advantages that you can now see why, no, even before now, I love swing trade and all of that. So you can see now I took trade and the trade is still running and I'm not bothered because it's adjusting, it's moving and all of that. Except the Bitcoin, it's just continue to move. Gold, that one continued to move. So it pushed back. But you can see, how many of you remember? How many of you took that trade yesterday on gold? Only few people. And the only people who still have position open. I still have that position open. You know, I took profit, small profit, and allowed the trade to run. Look at it. The market continue returning back to that. This is the sell of that yesterday that I will say on 30 minutes. Now, this 30 minutes was not a strong one. Look at it. At the rejection point, it came back there, rejected, came back. So all this rejection was supposed to be additional, additional, additional. So that's how trade run. Instead of running from pillar to post and all over, once you're able to find a trade, you take it and allow it to run as much as possible. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. I need to get up now because I need to get down to the office. So look at the DAG. I said I have exit and I took a short position, but I didn't ask you to take it because this guy is fast. This is German this thing index. It's fast, just like your about US 30, NAS 100 and all of that. So look at it at 15 minutes is when the signal was given on this one, right? So if you go to like 3 minutes, even 5 minutes. So look at 3 minutes. Pam, this is a very powerful signal, right? Now, this is what you should do entertain while you are trading. Now, when you got this signal on 3 minutes, I will still go to 1 minute. I love to refine my market to the lowest barest minimum. Now, you put your stop loss. So you can just even edge the stop loss to this point or just leave it above this. 1:2 risk rewards is your first target. And the market will still sell. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so now let's go to 1 minute. Fantastic. Can you see refinement? On 1 minute, a very more refinement. So this is the closer. Did it close below? No, it did not. So that means it's going to be here. Okay. So 1 minute and then your take profit. So now what happened here? When you pull back to this point and pull another rejection, you add to your position. You remember that I already marked this point as where the market will come back to and reject because we are selling. So that means when you return back here, you're adding one position and it continued to sell. So if I return back to the 3 minute, 5 minute, and all of that, see that? That was a powerful rejection. And look at what? So even if you are going back to this place here, oh my God. So you can see, right? Only these 2 trades for the day should be enough for you. Because this trade I took from here up here did over $500. So, and if I had time to sit down, take this down, right? You can see that training, teaching is sacrificial. Because I'm supposed to be taking my trade and making money, but there's somebody that need to get people aware. And that's why I've encouraged everybody. Subscribe for the scanner. When you learn, you can apply with the scanner. It will help you a lot. You will be able to trade independently. While you are learning, you pay attention to the scanner very, very well. So look at this now. This is going to be 1:4 risk reward, almost 1:5 risk reward. Is it not amazing? Powerfully amazing, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So if you have any questions, you can always go to our Telegram group and ask question is open, and then you can learn more. Thank you very much. So if you are in Port Harcourt, kindly make sure you are in the office because we are doing physical training. It's supposed to start by 9. I know people have been in the office, so I'm getting down to the office now. God bless you and do have a nice time. See you tomorrow.